Hey guys, Tiny Tom back to finish off the review on the Cooler Master Storm Sniper Black Edition. I've put all my kit in there now, but before I talk to you about the tests that I've done, I want to talk to you about the dial and the dial for the fan controller. Now it's all built in, so you can adjust the speed of all the fans just from the dial at the front. Now the top, the side and the front fan that comes with it lights up with a blue LED, which you can also turn on and off. Now this is brilliant, you've got all this control, but if I spin it round, you have got plenty of control, but also you've got an amazing amount of wires as well. Now all of these wires here, you can see it's a bit of a hobjumble, not even attached, these ones. So if I pull these out of the way, but all these fan wires, and you've got another one that runs through to the front. Now it does do, obviously it's all built in and you can turn the lights on and off, which is great, but all these wires behind, it's just, personally I don't like it. But if you want to build yourself a case, get it all in there, put the sides on, forget about it, you just want it to work, then it's great, because obviously it's got everything built in and it's going to work out the box. But for me, this would drive me personally nuts. I mean, a lot of them are Molexes as well. You've not just got the fan controller cable, you've also got the LED, because it's all separate, as I'll show you when I take the other side off. So the amount of cabling that you're going to have kicking around in here, something you're going to have to bear in mind, or it would certainly be something I would keep in mind. If we take the side panel off, I'll show you what I mean about the fan cables. So you've got a power there, and you've got another power there. Now something that obviously it's black all over, but a lot of the cases, sometimes they don't come with black behind the doors, but this does, which is quite nice. If I pop these off, you can see I've used the same kit as I've used in the other reviews you've seen. Corsair HX 1000 watt, couple of 4870, 1GB, Q6600 with a Nexus HOC 9000, 4GB of Corsair RAM, and hiding behind it, holding it all together, is a Rampage Extreme 775 motherboard. Hard drive wise, same again, I've put a 1TB Samsung SpinPoint F1 and then a 300GB Velociraptor. Average kind of kit for a normal system really. Now when I did the tests, what I did is because of the fan controller, I did the tests with the fan controller turned right down and then turned right up. I also did this with and without the side panel fan. With the fans turned right down, so that's the front, the roof, the rear, and without the side panel fan, I was getting 68 degrees on the graphics cards, 30 on the Veloci and 27 on the 1TB, 58 on the CPU. This is all at max, by the way, maximum temperatures. If I turned the fans right up, I was getting 66 on the GPUs, 29 and 26, 27, so not a massive amount of difference on the 1TB. It didn't make any difference to the CPU, it still stayed at 58. But if I popped the side panel fan on as well at max, that managed to take a further 2 degrees off of the graphics cards. Didn't really make any difference on any of the other components, but it did knock another couple of degrees off the graphics cards where it's blowing straight over. Yes, it's feeding them more air, but it's probably mainly to do with the fact that there's more airflow going over those cards, which is one of the things I explained about in the Corsair reviews. Now I want to put the side panel fan back on in a minute because I'm going to show you the lights and the noise as well, so that you can hear the difference between low and high. See if you can hear any of that resonance that I spoke about. Right, there we go. There's a bit of a light show for you, so you can see those 200mm fans all lit up. You can hear the hard drive there clanking away. That's the Velocity. They're not the quietest of drives, but just want to show you that if you listen to the speed, right, I don't know whether you can hear that, not just the fan noise, but there is a dim, like, low end noise there as well. So there we go, you can see it with the, you've seen it with the fans on now. You can also hear the difference between the fans low and the fans high. Don't know whether you can hear that vibrating. Now the plus point of having the separate power to the fans on the side is when you turn them down low, the fans, the LEDs in the fans don't dim. They stay the same brightness because they've got that separate power, which is obviously different to like a normal 5 1/4 inch, 5 1/4 inch bay that you have in the front. As you turn the LED fans up and down, obviously the lights dim. Now, as I said before, you need to take into account the amount of wiring that it's got in there, and whether this is going to be okay for you with this fan controller. If you spent some time on it, you probably could make it a bit quieter. If you spent some time on it, you probably could make it a bit tidier. I didn't want to spend forever on it. I just wanted to put it in there to show you the difference. You know, it is quite messy compared to the 922, which hasn't got all the, which hasn't got the fan controller. Is a lot messier. But overall, the thermal performance of it is pretty good. Performs really well. Obviously, it's a pretty hot system in there. Q6600, the 4870s aren't exactly the coolest of graphics cards, and it does keep it all exceptionally cool. I think that it's good enough, even with the fans on low. When I've been using this for the last 4 or 5 days, just as a general rig, I've not turned the fans up at all, and I had probably a 4 or 5 hour session on shift the other night, and the graphics cards, they didn't go above 68 degrees with it turned right up like that, right down like that, so it does keep all your components pretty cool. The case is actually pretty quiet as well with the fans down low. It's only when you turn it right up that you do start to get that extra noise. I'm not sure whether the camera's going to pick up the low noise. But all in all, very solid built case. Some of you might not like the styling or the plastic. It's definitely aimed towards the gamer market. But again, it's Cooler Master quality, so it's very nice. If you the handles are pretty handy as well for if you were going to take it to a LAN. It is, obviously it's not as heavy as the Corsair, but it's not the lightest of cases. And then again, I think it'd probably take quite a battering. So I definitely would recommend this if you were if you had a hot gaming system, or if you just, like I said before, if you just want to build a rig, get it in there, and then not have to worry about it. I mean, that's just so simple. All comes with the case. So this would definitely be a case that I would recommend to you guys.